Hi everybody, so a lot of people ask me, why is it you do so many things? Why not just do one thing and stick with it? Well, look at this. This is the Darwin wind turbine collector section, and this is one section of it. It'll take about 2 days to print that section, and I need somewhere like 6 or 7, so we're talking about 2 weeks before that entire thing is completed in its print form. Then I've obviously got to put together, do the demonstration, do the video. Now, 2 weeks of kicking my heels is not me, because I have, well, my head's on fire with ideas. There's always things I'm thinking about and always things I want to do. But right now, I don't have to do anything with that. I just leave it alone for the next 12 days and it will just print. So I've got 12 days of Jack to do. I do have 3 printers. This is the Elegoo Max. You just saw the Elegoo Plus. And this is from Video 1890, which was just yesterday. I'm printing the Tesla blades, and that's going to be 3 days of printing. So I'm at least 3 days, possibly 2 weeks, with nothing to do. What am I going to do? Watch television? This is my desk. There's the Tesla we were doing in 1890. There's the rainwater generator. There's a couple of turbine blades there. There's a squirrel cage rotor up there. There's at least 3 different designs of motor. There's some coils that I'm working on, a serpentine brushless DC motor. Here's the cones we were talking about in the Tesla. And here's something you haven't even seen. It's a washing machine that I'm working on that will save the energy. I think it's 25% of the energy. So it's 75% more efficient, I think, than the standard washing machines. I've printed half a washing machine drum. I'll print the other half and we'll get a washing machine going. So there's a whole load of projects that are all in various stages of where I'm actually working on them. So I guess the immediate question you think is, okay, well, it's a logical arrangement of time. I'm sequencing it so I can get all the projects done the most efficient way possible. But why on earth don't I just do one and finish it? There are actually quite a few good reasons for that, and the first one is really, well, life. It's a journey. It's a journey of exploration. I mean, sure enough, you stop off at a train station, get off, have a look around a little bit and finish something, but then you get back on the train and you continue the journey, because that's what it's all about. Now, people will still say, yeah, but surely it's better to be master of one thing. After all, Jack of all trades, master of none is what they often say. But of course they don't finish that phrase, because that phrase actually goes, Jack of all trades, master of none, oftentimes better than master of one. And that's, I think, a truism. If you get to be a master of a particular trade, so you know all the ins and outs of it and you have the answers to all the problems, that's just awesome if you hit a problem you've hit before. Because if you keep hitting the same problem, well, you've got the answer because you're a master, and that's wonderful. What do you do when you hit a problem that you've never come across before? Because the problem with masters is they focus in a very little box where they know an awful lot about what's in that box. But if there's something that happens outside of that box, well, they're next to useless, actually. They have no answers. They can't really work on a problem unless that problem is something they've seen time and time again. And of course, so they see it time and time again. That's what makes them masters. So they get caught in their own trap. And if you're working on a problem where the answer is discoverable, where the answer has been come up before, because the problem has come up before, then you should listen to a master. Masters know what they're talking about in that area. If you're working on something, or you have a problem with something that isn't in that area, you're in fact wasting your time asking a master, because a master won't have a clue. That's where it is where Jack of all trades comes in. Because Jack of all trades, you practice skills and experiences and solutions to problems across a huge range of things. And you get a mindset of problem solving that is much more general. So when you come across a problem that's never met before, you have a much better way of approaching that. This is why I love tinkerers. It's why I love people who do a little bit of everything, because they have much more open minds. They see strange solutions to problems that we might be facing. And you can see it in the comments on the video. They're just some awesome suggestions. I mean, the reason I've got this and there's some holes drilled in it is because of a suggestion. And yes, that'll be a video, and yes, I'll give credit to the guy who made the suggestion because it's an awesome suggestion. And because that's what keeps you on the journey. So being a master is awesome. I mean, I'm not taking away from masters. That's brilliant when you're working in an area where the problems are known and the solutions are known, because masters know them. When you're working in an area where you don't have that, then a master is just no use whatsoever. Now, this is actually really well known. The guy who invented the liquid metal battery, which is perhaps one of the best batteries that are out there that are coming out of the new wave of battery invention. When he got his team together, he had one stipulation. The people on the team should never have worked in batteries before. Because he knew, like we all know, a master only knows what's in his box. And he'll go, oh no, we don't want to do that. Think about the lead acid battery. If you took that lead acid battery now to a firm and said, I've got this battery idea, unfortunately it gives off hydrogen, contains very strong acid and lots of lead. They're going to go, oh lead, no, that's no. Oh acid, no, no, that's no. Oh, giving off hydrogen explosive, that's no. The lead acid battery would not be invented today. And yet it is singly the most used battery. And that's the problem with masters. Masters hold things back because they only can see in the box. Now I don't want to denigrate masters per se. Masters understand a lot about what it is when it's in the box, and that is awesome for that part of it. But when you're on something new and you do something different, the response you will get is, oh no, that's no good. When you get that kind of response, you know to ignore it. And that's equally what I do. I ignore it. And it's also why I value the jack of all trades. Doing lots of things helps you bring those solutions to problems that are new. When you're looking at something and you think, what am I going to do about that? If you're in a box, you're stuffed. If you're not in a box, then you're going to have some fresh and inventive ideas. And one thing I love about the channel, comments. There are so many people who think outside of the box. And equally, there are so many people who understand what's in the box that we can take what's in the box when we face a known problem, take what's out of the box when we face an unknown problem. But for you as a tinkerer, I think the ability to be a jack of all trades is actually really, really important, rather than focusing down on one thing. And that's why I do it. I do it because I love the journey, and I think it's really important to solving problems. My argument isn't that being a master is somehow a horribly conservative thing that stifles all innovation, or that being a jack of all trades is somebody who flits from one thing to another and never finishes anything. My argument is that one isn't better than the other, they're identical. And it's really a matter of what your bent is. My bent is to be a jack of all trades, because the truth is, of course, in any project what you really need is both. The thing is, we tend to think that the way we think is right. I mean, of course we do, otherwise we wouldn't think that way. But the knock-on effect of that is, well, if I'm right, everybody else is wrong. It might be an idea if we got it into our heads that, well, people think differently. There isn't a right or wrong, and let's make room for them. So that's why I work the way I do. Time scheduling, well, lots of projects all at once. I want to understand everything. Lots of projects all at once. I want to be a jack of all trades, so I'm adaptable. Lots of projects all at once. And last but no means least, life is a journey. Enjoy the journey and the experience. Lots of projects all at once. Now, people like to think you should get your head into only one thing. That's a really terrible, terrible way of approaching it according to my worldview, because all you see is that one thing. So you'll see a turbine, it'll be in blue, and you'll go, I wonder what it'll be like in green. I'll have to make a green one. Oh, look, blue and green, red. Let's make a red one. You end up not understanding what links everything together, so you need to see absolutely everything without understanding the link. Working on lots of projects all at once creates that link in your head, so you can see what is common, what is useful, what is working. And you might have noticed that we use very similar bits. So this generation on the rim has appeared in several different turbine versions. Different turbine blades have appeared on both central axle generation and rim generation. What we'll look at different generator combinations. We'll look at different rotor combinations on different generator combinations, because we're looking at the interaction of those. But the theme of it can spread across quite a lot, because you can take what's good from your experience and apply it to something else as an element, rather than having to rebuild the whole thing time and time again. And these things you get from lots of projects all at once. Anyway, it's about a way of thinking as opposed to building a project. To my mind, the way you think is far more important than what it is you actually build. You can build anything, in anything, for any reason. You will gain those skills, and those skills can be taken to something else. It's how you think of the problem that really is key. Now, I think this is an important thing to say. Unfortunately, I also think this video won't get watched nearly as much as it needs to be. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching, and please do remember to like and subscribe.